Hello everyone! This will be our 16th video on how to integrate multi-agent systems with AI for process and efficiency analysts to make their jobs easier.
Hi. I'll tell you something, I love ideas, recommendations too. But when I look at the team and say, okay, now we have to do it, they all look at me waiting for me to tell them how, when, and who. And that's where everything stops. It's as if enthusiasm turns into uncertainty.
This happens to 90% of companies. Having a good idea doesn't guarantee it will turn into results. That's why the multi-agent system has a subagent that connects strategy with concrete action, the Action Plan Generator.
And what exactly does that subagent do?
It takes a recommendation validated by the VPA, Validated Proposal Agent, and transforms it into a detailed plan, ready to be executed. This includes specific objectives aligned with the overall strategy. Clear tasks, broken down step-by-step. Assigned managers based on capabilities and current workload. Realistic deadlines, considering availability. Tracking indicators to measure progress. And all of this is linked to the tools your team already uses, from task management systems to shared calendars and internal resources.
And he does that all by himself? Without me having to sit down and create a schedule, review loads, or decide who's responsible one by one.
Exactly. The system already knows your processes, your available resources, and your operational priorities. Based on that, it structures the most efficient plan possible. It takes into account the dependencies between tasks, the timing of each activity, and each person's workload.
And can it be adjusted if I need to change something on the fly?
Of course, you can edit any part of the plan, change responsible parties, move dates, add tasks. And the best part is, if you touch something that affects the rest of the plan, the system automatically notifies you. For example, if you delay a critical task, it will show you which other deadlines would be compromised.
And what happens after the plan is generated? How is it implemented?
The plan integrates directly with your task management tool, Notion, Trello, Asana, Monday, or whatever you're using. Each person in charge automatically receives their part of the plan, assigned task, deadline, detailed description, and a link to the resources needed to execute it. From that moment on, you can begin implementing it. Additionally, the implementation and monitoring agent, which we saw in Video 5, goes into action to ensure the plan is followed.
That's key. Because often the problem isn't the idea, it's the execution. It's like having plans for a house, but without workers or tools to build it.
And that's where the subagent makes the difference. It goes from, we have to do this, to, this is what needs to be done, when, how, and with whom. There's no longer any ambiguity or room for doubt. Everything is clear and organized.
And does the plan also include how to measure the results? Because we often do things, but we don't know if they really worked.
Yes, each plan includes specific KPIs linked to the project objectives. The baseline, expected objective, and the frequency with which it should be measured are defined. This way, when the plan is completed, the system can provide you with an automatic report telling you if it was successful, what percentage it was met, and the impact generated.
Perfect. So I no longer need to call 5 meetings to organize a plan. The system puts everything together for me, based on data, operational logic, and a real understanding of how my team works.
That's right. And the best part, if something doesn't go according to plan, the system notifies you. It can even suggest dynamic adjustments or reassignments to keep the project running.
Very well. Now I see it clearly: analysis, diagnosis, proposal, and now organized execution. And all of this without relying exclusively on me or one person who has to tie everything up manually.
Exactly. The goal of the multi-agent system is to ensure that the CEO doesn't also have to be the planner, manager, and executor. You define the vision, and the system translates it into concrete steps.
But I still have a question. Who leads this implementation? Who ensures it's done step by step, and that if something doesn't work, it's fixed?
That's the job of the next agent. the virtual pilot within the implementation agent. They lead the controlled testing before scaling the improvement. They monitor, adjust in real time, and ensure that each action translates into measurable results.
I want to know how to test before committing heavily. Because if this works like this, it becomes the new standard for how projects are executed. I'd like to speak with someone to clarify a few questions I have about specific processes for my company. Can you put me in touch with someone?
If you have any questions or suggestions, just contact our expert Antonio Fresco Navacerrada on LinkedIn. He'll be able to answer any questions you may have. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe to stay informed about how artificial intelligence can help improve the lives of people and companies.